Hey, what's going on, Tackle Warehouse fans? Jake here, bringing you this week's episode of What's New TW. So we got a bunch of cool baits for you today. Fall is in the air. It's starting to cool off a little bit. Hopefully the bass are moving back into the back of coves in your area and the bite's starting to pick up a little bit. So let's go over some hard baits first. So we got a couple crankbaits from PH Customs Lures. So this first one is an extension of their P series. This is the new P2 Squarebill crankbait. So this is a really cool crankbait. It's big, bulbous, it's made out of balsa wood, so it's really buoyant, and you're gonna be able to run this thing through super heavy cover and fish it around stuff and bounce it off rocks and limbs and things like that. Phil actually built this crankbait to fish in places he would fish like a spinner bait. So he's throwing this thing on 20-pound line, medium heavy rod, crashing it through heavy cover. Since it's so big, you're only gonna get about 3 or 4 feet of depth out of it. It's got that nice circuit board lip, nice hooks on it, you know, hand painted, custom airbrush paint jobs on them. If you've ever fished a PH Customs bait, they're handmade, super high quality, great balsa wood crankbait. So if you're looking for something to go through a lot of heavy cover, crash into things and go through like a 4x4, that's gonna be the one you wanna check out. The next one they got is their new 1.5 Squarebill. So we all know 1.5 size Squarebill crankbaits are probably the #1 fish catching crankbaits out there on the market. So they're coming out with a balsa version of a 1.5 size profile crankbait. And when you're getting with that is you're getting that, that fish catching 1.5 size and profile, but you're getting the added benefit of balsa wood. So, they're not gonna be as durable as a plastic crankbait, but you're gonna get much better hunting action, and every balsa crankbait, they're all gonna be unique. So they hunt a lot better. They can go through cover a little bit easier, and you're just getting that handmade quality like you get with, with a PH Customs bait. Again, circuit board lip, premium hooks on there, and just phenomenal paint jobs, just like all the baits. So, if you think about it, they are a little bit more expensive, but you can probably bet 90% of the people out there going down the bank are probably throwing a mass-produced, plastic crankbait. And this is just gonna give you that little extra edge, something they haven't seen. They're silent because they're balsa wood, so a little bit more stealthy as well. Just awesome crankbaits. You wanna check out all the ones we got from PH Custom Lures. We also filmed a full interview with Phil Hunt and Bill Lowen talking about these cranks and a bunch of other stuff. You go to our video vault, you can check out that full interview. All right, from Ichikawa. So we got another pro-designed crankbait here. This is actually the Clunn King Kong Shad #5. So the original King Kong Shad was a King Kong Shad size 10, and the only difference is the bodies are the same size, except the bills are different. So the original one ran about 8 to 10 feet. It got you down there pretty deep. This new #5 size, it's got that shorter bill on it, so it's gonna get you in that 4 to 5 foot range. So this is a big, large squarebill crankbait, and these are meant to be fished super aggressively. So you fish these on probably like your deep cranking rod, not your normal medium 7 foot medium action. You want to use a little bit bigger rod because it is a heavier bait. I believe they're about 1.5 ounces. They got pretty heavy hooks on them, nice Ichikawa treble hooks on there, and you fish these things fast and run them into cover and get them to do erratic things and bounce and stuff like that. This is a bait that's meant to catch big fish, designed by Clunn. That guy's probably caught, thousands and thousands of bass on crankbaits, so he knows best. So check this one out from Ichikawa. All right, we got a couple up from Duo Realis. This first one I'm actually pretty pumped about. This is the new Duo Realis Rozante Shad MR 63 MR, and this is an ultra compact, kind of a micro rip bait. But this thing's, with this bill on here, this thing's gonna get you down to about 8 feet. So it's kind of in a class of its own. That small of a bait is gonna get you down that deep. Inside here, you can kind of see it through this translucent body. There is a magnetic weight transfer system, so it snaps down into the tail, and then when you start the retrieve, it rolls back forward. You get that perfectly balanced action. And with that weight transfer in there, it's gonna cast like a bullet. And even this small bait, it still weighs 1/4 ounce. So you'd be able to throw it really far, even though it's a real small bait. Coming up in the late fall, I actually do really well on these like really small micro jerk baits. Kind of that late October, early November time frame. There's a lot of really, really small shad in the water, and these small jerk baits do really well. So definitely want to check these out. Get one before that bite gets around, because when it's here and everything's sold out, you're gonna wish you would have had one. The next two we got here from Duo Realis is kind of a collaboration Duo Realis did with Pokémon. So these are these collectible baits. They were going crazy when we first got them. So they got a Pikachu, and I believe Kyogre is the name of the other one. But you know, big topwater baits, kind of collector's items. But I mean, they're armed with hooks. You can fish these things, and we know bass will eat. You know, will hit just about anything. And they've definitely never seen one of these on the surface before. I believe the first batch we got, I believe we sold them all in about 10 minutes, and people have been calling, trying to get their hands on them. So if you're trying to get one of these and get your hands on them and you know, put it up on the mantle in your house or whatever, and have one of these collectible baits, get them while you can, because once they're out, you know, these are limited edition baits. Once they're gone, they're going to be gone forever. All right, from 6 cents, we got a couple of new Carolina rig accessories that are super, super cool. So these are 6 Cents's new Carolina pre-rig. So one is a tungsten and then one is a lead. So obviously the lead's gonna be a little bit cheaper. Your tungsten one's gonna be a little bit more compact, a little bit more expensive. What I like about these compared to some of the other pre-rig Carolina rigs that are out there on the market, this one comes with 2 beads and a clacker, so it's gonna make a lot of noise. And then it's got, you know, nice swivels on both ends, but it's made out of this super durable, flexible wire. So it's not just, it's kind of like a braided wire. It's not like a, you know, the standard fixed wire, like almost like an arm of a spinnerbait that you see a lot of them come on. So with that flexible wire, it's gonna be able to come through cover a little bit easier, and you're not gonna get hung up as much with these. Just great. We all know that, you know, everyone likes to fish Carolina rigs, but nobody likes to rig one up. So this just takes a lot of the work out of it, and you don't have to go digging through, digging around in your box and finding all the parts for it. So it's all ready to go, one package. I believe we got them everything from 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce. So pretty much got everything covered you would need for a Carolina rig from 6 Cents. All right, last bait we got here. So we got a new one from Pro Point Lures. This is the small batch swimmer. As the name implies, these are small batch, hand poured swim baits. So, you know, no two are gonna be alike. Or perfectly identical. These are awesome hand poured, you know, high quality swim baits. And there's a bunch of different things that you can do with them. So we got them in 5, 6, and I believe 7 inch. They do have a split belly in the inside. So, and they are a solid body. They have a solid head. So you can rig these on a screw lock style hook, whether if you want to use an unweighted version or a weighted version, so you can run it through shallow grass and cover and things like that. Or you can rig it on a weighted version and you can drag it down along the bottom. So it's got a nice, you know, it's got a big head on it, a real wide body, and it's got a large boot tail. So this gets a lot of kick and a lot of body roll. You can even rig these on a jig head if you want to fish ledges, or if you just want to fish suspended open water fish, you can do that with these as well. And it is a hand poured bait, and it's not hand poured plastic like you would get with like a soft plastic hand pour worm. So it is more durable plastic, but it is still really soft. So you're gonna get a lot of action, but it's durable. So you're gonna be able to, you know, catch a ton of fish with it, and you're not gonna just catch one fish with it and the bait be completely done. So a really cool swim bait. We got them in a bunch of different sizes and colors. These baits are actually made by one of the local bait makers from around here. And there's been a bunch of dudes that have been catching fish on this for a while, testing it out. So definitely wanna add that one to your arsenal. Last up, we got some line and a new reel. So for line, we got some new Sunline Supernatural Mono from Sunline. We had the new, the metered version, and then the High Vis Orange. So the High Vis Orange all the way through. The metered version is actually chartreuse for 12 inches, and then we have it clear for 48 inches. So if you're looking for something that's just high vis, you don't care about the clear section, orange is gonna be the way to go. And then if you're looking, if you're doing like some trolling, or if you just need some line where you can get really good bite detection, especially on weightless baits or crappie fishing, things like that, the meter version is gonna be a great option, because you'll be able to know how much line you're letting out. You'll have those little chartreuse sections, so you'll be able to see, you know, really, really light bites instead of just having a straight clear line. If you've never used Supernatural before, it's a phenomenal monofilament line. It's really thin for the pound test, so if you compare their pound test to some of the other monofilaments on the market on the line diameter charts, you'll see that it is a pretty small diameter and still really strong. It's got really low memory for a monofilament, and it's just got a moderate stretch, you know, perfectly what you need in a monofilament line. 2 new options there from Sunline. And last up, we got another kind of collector kind of item. So from Abu Garcia, we got the new Ambassadeur 100-year anniversary reel. So this is built on their rocket platform. So, you know, really strong, really durable Ambassadeur reel. I personally have owned an Ambassadeur, I believe one of the C4s, for almost a decade, and I've used that thing in saltwater, freshwater, and it's still going strong, no complaints. So these are robust. If you've ever fished Ambassadors, people know they've been around for decades, and they're super strong, reliable, just workhorse reels. This 100-year anniversary reel, it's got 2 tension knobs actually, which I've never seen before. So it's got one on the outside of the reel and then one next to the spool or the reel handle, like you would normally see a tension knob. So you can really balance the spool and get really good casting distance and minimize that backlash. It's got their cross carbon drag system on it. And I believe it's a 5.6 to 1 gear ratio. So it picks up, 5.3 to 1 gear ratio, excuse me. Picks up a ton of line, just an awesome reel. 100-year anniversary reel, you know, you can fish this thing, pass it down for generations and just be in the family for a long time. Really cool reel from Abu Garcia. So these are gonna be a limited edition as well. So if you're an Abu Garcia collector, or if you just wanna have one, you know, make sure you get it while you can, because again, once these are gone forever as well. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of What's New TW. For more information or to purchase any of these products seen here today, make sure to click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most pumped about.